Welcome to episode 234 of the Reptile Gumbo podcast. Our guest is in studio tonight, so they're automatically on, so we can't like hide them in the back. I guess we could just make you hide in the other room until it's time to bring you on.
I'm sorry. We just get like a paper bag, just put it over my head.
A curtain with a question mark on it, and then it opens up. Our guest tonight is our friend Megan. I know how to pronounce her last name, but I just refuse to do it. Katie will be here hopefully at some point. She's again being the parent and doing like parent stuff. And then Robert's here. Say hi, Robert.
Yes, I am.
There we go. It's radio. I can't see you wave.
Do y'all have a camera downstairs in your living room?
We have one in the kitchen.
Okay, because when I walked in and I said knock knock, I heard Katie and I thought she was in the kitchen. But you said she's not here.
Oh, she may have been the one. There is a camera by the door looking out the front.
Okay. I was like, that's a little creepy, but this makes more sense.
You sure you heard her?
Yes. She said he's upstairs.
That was probably Joe.
Oh, Joe's here?
Joe's here.
Oh, okay. Well, that was probably Joe. Okay. Well, Joe and Katie are sounding real similar.
That or your ears just don't work.
That's possible.
No, that's Joe. She stayed home today because she got braces yesterday.
I saw.
Yeah, they hurt too much. She couldn't go do anything. So, but tough shit. She's going tomorrow. I don't give a damn. So, anyways, I'm gonna do the sponsor stuff, even though I don't have Katie here to do the sponsor stuff. But if you're looking for high quality rodents and feeder insects, check out Lil's Shop of Horrors on Facebook or at lilsshopofhorrors.com. It's LIL''S on Facebook. Go give him a shout out. Say hi to Lewis. High quality feeders. He feeds the stuff probably better food than what I eat. So go buy rats from him.
Yeah.
And get you some roaches. And then if you get some roaches, go check out our friends over at Reddy's Rainforest and buy some feeder fuel because that stuff is awesome. I'm trying to think of everything I got to bring up. That and then I don't have shit ready. Let me pull up the Herp show. Herps. Let's see the next date. Belton, Texas. That's the one over there by Waco. October 5th, October 6th. And then the one that I'm worried about is Rosenberg. Not worried. The one that I'm concerned. What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
The one I'm going to be at anyways is Rosenberg, November 2nd, November 3rd. By then, I may think of the word that I was looking for. November 2nd, November 3rd, Rosenberg. That is south of Houston, just south of Houston. We'll be there. I'll have a table doing the podcast. I'll also have a table selling snakes. So please come buy a boa. Please. I need boa's gone to save some room. So come get you a boa. That is November 2nd, November 3rd. Sulphur, Louisiana, November 9th, November 10th. West Monroe, Louisiana, November 16th, November 17th. Denison, Texas, November 23rd, November 24th. Austin, Texas, December 7th, December 8th, which I may be at that one. Slidell, Louisiana, December 14th, December 15th. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. If you listen to this long enough, you know I won't be at that one. That's January 11th, January 12th. That's the first one of the year. But, might as well be Canada. I'm not going there. Speaking of Canada, hey, C Anal Side, how's it going? I don't have Katie here to say that's not how you pronounce it, but it is how you pronounce it if everyone starts pronouncing it. C Anal Side.
I will not be saying it like that.
C, it's spelled C Anal Side. Why? That's what it's called.
Canal Side.
No. The C is for Canada, so it's capitalized.
Okay.
Anal Side Exotics.
What's the anal side of Canada?
I don't know, but I'm guessing all of it is my assumption.
I have a lot of questions.
I don't know why Antoine thinks I'm the modern day Cinderella, but is that good?
That's a weird comparison.
Do I my car turns into a pumpkin? Giant pumpkin pie. Anyways, also check out. I know I'm leaving out something. I got herps. I got this. You check out Cold-Blooded Caffeine. Caffeine.
Cafe.
No, that's the rodent.
No?
Cold-Blooded Caffeine for coffee and tea.
Oh.
See, they really should have gotten together on that one. But go check them out. Use code Reptile Gumbo. Save 10%. Also, 5% of proceeds go to save the rainforest, which kind of fits into what we're going to talk about tonight. And then also go check out VivTech products and use code Gumbo22.
I think we're still using 22.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's still 22.
Gumbo 22. I haven't changed it.
That's what I used.
I was about to say 23, and I don't think it's 23. It's Gumbo 22, and save 15% on your VivTech order. Get some bulbs, get you a camera, anything else.
I'm currently using their Midday Blaze.
That sounds like you're getting high.
On my iguana. It does sound like I'm getting high. Maybe I am.
Get a good old midday blaze going.
Well, the iguana seems to be loving it, so
Freaking iguanas.
she's a spaz. She's gorgeous. I love her, but she's the devil right now.
I heard a beep in Robert's background.
That's pretty bad. What'd you say?
I heard a beep in your background.
Yeah, my 3D printer just finished.
That's what I figured. I assumed it was a 3D printer. Yeah, you got an iguana from our friends over at the Learning Zoo.
I did.
You got a mutt.
Yes, she is
Part blue Cayman.
part blue Cayman and Cuban rock.
Yeah, a mutt.
iguana. So,
Mutt iguana.
but she's gorgeous.
It's not a green iguana, so we're good. Oh, look, Danielle's in the chat.
No, we're not surprised that she's spazzy. But on the good note, my heart works. So
Your heart works? That's I
yeah,
mean,
because I never know when she's gonna freak out. So
I guess a functioning heart is good.
yeah.
I'm trying to pull up everything. Doing multiple things at once. Talks amongst yourselves.
Way to not be prepared, James.
You know what? I'm not prepared for work. Why would I be prepared for this?
That's fine. I'm so behind on everything I need to do for the next.
And y'all froze. James spends all this money on internet, and every week we freeze. I don't know what to fucking say, y'all. I was completely unprepared for this tonight. About 15 minutes ago, James was like, "Are you joining us?" Maybe I'm the one that's frozen. Who can hear me?
A minute until our internet up. There we go.
There
We're
we
back.
go.
Fucking
I very poorly carried it while you were gone.
I've got to figure out what the hell is going on, why it does that. If it's my computer, or if it's our internet, or podcasts just hate me. I don't know. It's one of the ones.
I think it's just the area. Honestly, we have issues over in our neighborhood too.
Yeah, but it's cable internet. It's fiber internet. It shouldn't cut out.
Oh, maybe if you pronounced my last name right, it would work.
Stabby young bitch.
Stabby young bitch. That's a new one.
Sloppy manwich.
Yeah, that's a new one.
So let's talk about what you got. So we had Michael on a couple weeks ago to talk about Carpet Fest, which is in October. But the week before Carpet Fest, we are busy with some stupid event here locally. What's the name of the chick that's running that thing? She's got a dumbass last name. That
Megan
no one can pronounce.
Sabljakovic.
That's it. Megan Sabljakovic. So let's talk about what you got coming up. It's in 2 weeks. 3 weeks.
2.5. October 12th is, so we were calling it Reptile Day. I changed it to Wildlife Conservation Day because I wanted to open it up more to different educational organizations beyond just reptiles.
I disagree.
Okay.
It's Reptile Day to me. I don't care what anybody says.
I mean, I agree, but
I don't care about the rest of the animals.
there's a lot more organizations
Fuck the world.
that it opens up to. And I feel like too, changing it will hopefully get people who are maybe a little less comfortable with reptiles there.
Are you hoping that the people that want to come in and save feral cats by allowing feral cats to live and stay in the wild, you're hoping they'll join?
No, we are very
That's-
anti-feral cat.
Hey, that's conservation. They're just out there doing their jobs, Megan.
And I say this as a cat lover, like I love cats, I really do.
They're out there
but
doing their jobs.
I am very. So we screened in our patio, and we have a knoll that's living out there now.
So you trapped it in all. Got it.
And my cat is very upset about not being able to go out onto the patio now
Kill it.
because I've named it Duncan, but I don't want him to go out and kill the lizard. So he's real salty about it. But Duncan's got a nice little setup out there, some plants.
Well, you just got to use the argument that people online. My cat doesn't kill other animals.
Oh.
And if you use that excuse, your cat won't kill other animals.
No, mine's a fucking menace.
No. As far as I know, everyone who says their cat has never killed anything, it's never killed anything unless it was doing its job.
Okay, well,
I don't know what their job is.
I don't know because they're not keeping bugs out of my house. That's for sure.
Anyways, back to the event. So it's no longer Reptile Day. Now we got to talk about other people's stupid ass animals
Okay, but there's still a lot of reptiles
Yes,
that are going to
because
be
they're
there.
better.
Like it's predominantly reptiles
because they're better.
that are there. So,
So what all are we gonna have there?
so we've got a lot of different educational organizations coming. We've got about 15 or 16 educational booths that are going to be there.
Okay.
Between the Learning Zoo, we've
Mhm.
got Houston Humane Society, Wildlife Rescue is going to be there. Gina's Heart of Gold Reptile Rescue will be there, which that's who the beneficiary is for this year's donations. So for those of y'all who are not familiar with this event, we started it.
Wait, we're giving Gina money?
We are giving Gina money.
Fuck.
Yes, we love Gina. So for those of y'all who are not familiar with this event, this is our 3rd year. And the goal of the event is every year we pick a different nonprofit in Texas that supports reptiles in some way, whether they're native reptiles or reptile rescue. So the first year that we did this, we raised money for Horned Lizard Conservation Society. Last year, we did Gulf Center for Sea Turtle Research, which is out of Galveston. They do a lot of sea turtle
much do
rescue
we
and
raise for them?
rehabilitation. Close to $1,000.
Cool.
So I'm hoping that we break that this year. I would really like to break that $1,000 mark.
I mean, and for people to understand, it's a big event for you, but it's not a huge, like where it is and what it is.
Yeah.
It's a neighborhood event.
Yeah,
really.
This is very much a small community event. And I mean, I'm hoping that eventually it grows even bigger to where we can raise, thousands of dollars in an event eventually. But it's going to take time to get there, especially given where we live too.
I was watching a snake discovery video, and they were at NARBC in not Dallas. In Dallas now, not Arlington. Wherever the stupid one is with the stupid laws.
Yeah,
currently.
Dallas.
They raised $30,000 for US Ark.
Holy shit.
By auctioning off, by raffling off a snake egg. That's how many fucking viewers they have. Jeez. It was one random hognose egg, and you just basically, I guess, bought your ticket for it. And then when it hatched, they drew a winner. $30,000.
Holy shit.
Off one snake egg. Hog nose.
A girl can dream.
Egg.
Hopefully one year we'll be able to raise $30,000 for, an organization in Texas. That would be great.
Haley, it was an egg when people paid for it. It was a baby when they gave it when the person gets it.
Yeah, they didn't just give
They're like, here's
the
a fucking egg. Hope it makes it. Thanks for your money. No, they did wait for it to hatch and all that. It was the actual person won. It ended up being is albino. It may have been a conda. I'm not sure.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, 30,000. When I saw that, I was like, holy shit. Because I'd seen the video where they
break it up like crazy.
Oh, we can hear ourselves on this end. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know either.
I'm gonna keep going though.
Okay.
But I saw the episodes where they
mine is moving perfectly fast, but y'all are like,
what? Now he's just
That's
talking.
Weird.
He's just talking and interrupting us. So we can't have nice things.
God, Robert.
Frozen again. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
That's incredible.
Crazy.
I would love to get to a point where we can raise that much money. I mean, if we don't, it's okay because they still know that we're doing good through this event.
Yeah.
I mean, there's, especially considering the fact that this is only our 3rd year, and 4 years ago, I mean, was even just when I started doing my educational programs. So to already be at this point within a 4-year time period, I feel like we're doing pretty good. And we've got several new organizations that are coming. Michael Price is coming up from Edna this year. He's got 2 booths. We've got both Brazoria County and Matagorda County coastal resources are going to be there.
I want to pause just because for listeners, we had Michael Price on episode 188. If you want to go back and listen to Michael, that was a great one. And then Gina, who we talked about the money's going to, we had Gina on episode 114. So if you want to go back and listen to 114, if you go over to the Reptile Gumbo podcast.com, you can go to the top, click on our guest, and you can find by name and go to the episodes and listen to them. But we had Gina on forever ago.
Yeah, and Gina's fantastic. Like, I already knew kind of from like the get-go that she was the one that I wanted to pick for this year. Because, I mean, first off, the woman is a fucking saint. Like, anybody in the Houston area who is into reptiles knows Gina. She not only takes in animals that need to be rehomed, reptiles that are actually pets. But she's also a wildlife rehabber and has been a wildlife rehabber for 20 plus years. She's the person that I typically take snakes to that I can't release back out into the wild if they're too injured. And I don't think the woman has ever said no when I've called her asking if she could help. And she does so much for the Houston area. Her and Lainey too. Lainey's super heavily involved with the rescue. So I'm excited this year. We've got some really cool baskets that we're going to be raffling off that my mom has put together. The Learning Zoo is bringing their herd of sulcatas again this year, so we can sell.
Which one of them's coming to hang out? Either one of them? Kind of, it's on a Saturday, so like
Becca's coming. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Drew has parties that day.
I'm just double checking because I may bring a couple of animals to show off, but I'll be busy walking around. But I've got a couple animals that'd be really cool for conservation. I've got some endangered snakes, and then I don't know if anybody knows this, but I do have a Chinese alligator.
Had no idea.
Yeah, I know. It's I don't talk about it much, and no one really hears about it.
I'm very excited to meet him.
We only went 16. We went 42 minutes last week. This week we're 16 minutes in.
Again,
next week he's going to say, "Welcome to the Reptile Gumbo podcast," and I'm going to go, "James has a Chinese alligator downstairs."
I do have this.
Put him on the table with his own set of headphones.
It is not my Chinese alligator. It belongs to Crocodile Counter. I have to put that little preface there. But that would be a cool thing to bring because it's endangered and my pine snakes are endangered.
Very excited to meet him. So
yeah, we'll feed them after this.
If you want to bring your pine snakes, we can put them on my booth.
Yeah.
So Danny's going to be running it. She doesn't have a choice.
Well, I don't trust her. Fuck that.
So it's true. She is pretty sketchy.
But so what food are we gonna have? That's the important thing.
Oh yes. So Magnolia Cajun is coming back. This is their third year coming to the event. So I'm super excited about that. And then we will also have Texas Best Fried Fish and Snowy's Express. They do snow cones.
I figured from the name.
So the people listening don't necessarily know that they do snow cones.
They don't figure out snow cones.
Are you?
I mean, look, some of our listeners may be slow, but that's just Danielle. Everyone else knows what we're talking about.
Danielle says you may go home with one less pine if you don't watch out, James.
She may go home with one less hand. I don't.
Listen, I don't know. Like, I would say like you could fight Danny for your snakes, but she's one of those that like she's very unsuspecting. So like I wouldn't want to get in a physical fight with her. Like she'd kick my ass.
Try to take my pine snakes. You're gonna fight. 3 black belts. Yeah, the 3 black belts to teach you how to take a 2x4 to the head. I'll tell you that right now. You'd be like that guy in Indiana Jones. He starts doing the swords all around and around and around, and then he just shoots them.
Listen, I do not need Iowa Colony PD asking me why the snake lady is starting shit.
Just blame it on the cat people in Manville. Tell them they showed up.
Oh my God, the whole thing is such a clusterfuck. Holy shit.
Aren't you glad you don't technically live in Manville?
I saw some comments on that today and I was just like, oh my God.
Oh, what's one?
Oh, just about the new animal ordinances and people losing their shit about the feral cats. And
what
you stirred the pot on Facebook? No.
Yeah, I definitely did. I stir the pot and then I turn off notifications because I don't want to hear anything any of them have to say.
Either you or James will ever.
I'll keep it going for forever.
Anytime I see James's name pop up,
doesn't allow that.
Well, anytime I see James's name pop up on Talk of Alvin, I just know he's causing some shit.
If I believed in God, I'd say I'm doing God's work. But
like, because Talk of Alvin, I stay there solely just in case people need help with snakes. Otherwise, I would be so gone.
I never joined any sort of Talk of whatever groups before I moved here. And I assume that they're a thing everywhere, but like
this is the first place I've lived where that was a big thing. But yeah, this is really the first time that I've even joined a lot of community groups because before I didn't own a house. I was living in an apartment. I didn't give a shit really what was going on.
As a reptile fan, those are the worst groups to be in because it's always someone finds a snake and wants to kill it or someone's cats. It's always stupid people are the ones that always post on there. The intelligent people don't say shit because they just like, fuck it, I'm not saying anything.
I had a guy on Talk of Manville one day try to get into it with me, and he was calling me a liar about some information that I was sharing. And so he starts throwing back all this information that he researched and read on the internet. And I'm like, okay, well, what's your source? So we're going back and forth. And finally he tells me that his source is Dr. Spencer Green. You should probably look him up. And I was like, I'm sorry, what?
Dr. Who? I don't
Never fucking heard of the guy. Sounds like an asshole.
What a...
You're like, let me call him on his cell phone.
Just kidding, Spencer.
I still love the guy that tried to convince you that alligators only came here when the hurricane blew them here. They weren't here before that.
That's definitely one of my favorites. Oh, and not only that, which I was thinking about this when I was reading through the discussion questions. Of course, you know, every fucking week in these neighborhoods around here, we get somebody who's talking about there's a new alligator in the pond. And there's this dude in my neighborhood, because we've got Chocolate Bayou that runs through there. And this guy suggested that we basically fence in the bayou.
Well, also let me explain her so, we've talked about it before, but Megan's neighborhood is a fancy neighborhood, and she'll tell you it's not, but it fucking is.
It is. It's too fancy for us. Sometimes I feel like I shouldn't live there.
I don't know how you live there. It's because your husband makes money. That's why you live there.
I make good money. I mean, he makes butter money.
Yeah, okay. But and it's new. It's built in the last less than 10 years.
Yeah, like 2015, 2016 is when it broke ground.
So and before that, it was all rice fields.
Mm-hmm.
And wildlife and bayous and all and wildlife. And so now they built it and they have these huge ponds in there. So obviously it's going to.
And we're like less than 30 minutes from the largest concentrated population of alligators in the state of Texas. So they're here. They're everywhere.
Yeah. And people lose their shit around here when there's an alligator. Like they act like Godzilla is living in the fucking pond and he's about to burn down Tokyo.
I had somebody, because I was telling him, I was like, having the HOA remove these gators from the ponds is a waste of fucking money if it's not a threat to people, which it's not if y'all leave it alone and don't fucking feed it. And as always is the way the conversation goes, somebody starts bringing up, well, what about the children? What about the children,
kid,
Deborah? Like, don't let them fucking swim in the water.
No one's it's fucking gross.
It's nasty as hell. Somebody said, he was like, well, what if someone's swimming in there? Why would you do that? The water is gross.
You know the problem that most people have is that one, they're fucking stupid. And they don't actually realize why those ponds are made. They're not made to be functional ponds.
No.
They're made so your fucking house doesn't flood when it rains.
Runoff from your streets.
There's a reason that catch and release fishing is the only fishing you should be doing. Like, it's not good. It's gross. But yeah, he was like, we should just fence in the area and then they can't get into our man-made residential ponds and lakes. And I'm like,
drains don't exist.
I'm like, you're referring to a zoo and it doesn't fucking work like that. And the wildest part is that this dude is from Florida.
Well, yeah, they have alligators there, but
and
I'm like, here. This is not native alligator land.
Yes. I think it was last year. A lady in my neighborhood told me that, watch your kids. Here comes Timothy in here with the common sense. Nobody asked for that, Tim. So.
Or don't watch your kids and we get rid of the dumb kids from the dumb parents.
That's true.
And we try and stop the passing of dumb genes.
Throw the whole child away.
Start over. Like, what about dogs? I'm like, why the fuck is your dog running loose down by the pond?
And be like, oh, well, it's not only against HOA rules and against city rules for them to be on a leash, but it's also dumb.
You know, if they would just let one alligator get really fucking big, it would keep the rest of them away. So just keep one alligator and wait till it gets, 13 feet and then be like, oh, look, we only have one alligator.
They set up a trap for it, and
what kind of trap do they set up for?
I don't really know. Like, somebody took a picture of it and it's something that's like out there in the water and they put like a piece of chicken, like a chicken wing on it or something to try and like lure it in.
Fucking Lake Placid.
Sort of. Yeah. It's kind of like what it looks like.
I'm like Betty White. I just want you to know I'm rooting for the alligator.
Well, I made jokes to one of my friends. I was like, I'm going to go there under like cover of darkness and like sabotage the trap. But it's on where it's at. There's some homes that, you can see the trap from there. And this one lady that lives there is like kind of the nosy Nelly of the neighborhood. And so she's like posting pictures on our neighborhood page about like, they're setting up the trap again. And I'm like, it would be my luck that I would go out there and then she'd be watching and she'd snap pictures and they're all going to fucking know it was me.
Yeah, but Danielle, an alligator showing up there is different than an alligator showing up here.
That's true. It's Capel. They shouldn't actually be in Capel, but
So that may be an issue. That's probably a dumbass.
but yeah, it's just and it's always how does a gator get into a man-made residential pond? Oh God!
Oh,
you
shit.
didn't
Why-
close the
Milk-
gate?
Get out.
Hi, puppy.
Hold on. Dogs are in here. Go. Shoot.
Hi, Billy.
The fuck is my kid thinking? Not. She's not. She's
Okay,
a 13-year-old.
my bad. I didn't close the gate either because I wasn't expecting.
Well,
dogs.
I wouldn't expect the dog.
So-
I locked him in the room with my kid downstairs.
Okay. Well, hey, puppies. Anyway, what was I saying?
Alligators good, people bad.
Oh yeah, they're always asking. They're like, "How does a gator get in a man-made residential pond?" And I'm like, "It fucking walked." Like, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but
There's
like,
also
they have legs.
There's giant drain
They
pipes connecting
swim.
everything.
Yes, and there's a big ass creek that runs like all through here. Like, how the fuck do you think they got here? Somebody actually asked if like, did somebody bring gator eggs? Yes,
That's what it was.
That's exactly what happened.
That's
That-
what
it
happened.
was.
Yeah, for sure.
You know
That
what?
makes sense. You know what?
It was me.
Someone fucked up at Easter and put the wrong eggs in the yard and didn't get them all at the end.
Yeah,
They fucking hatched. It was alligators.
yeah.
God damn it.
It's me. I'm Reptile PETA. Actually, no. Ugh,
Whoa.
it hurt to say that.
Whoa. You may have to leave now.
Yeah, no, sorry. We're anti PETA over here too.
Speaking of PETA, have either of you watched Chimp Crazy?
I can't.
No, is that a new Netflix
No, it's
documentary?
on Max.
It's on Max,
Oh,
but
HBO.
it's
I
from the
don't have
people that
HBO
did
Max.
Joe Exotic, that did Tiger King. But this time it's
I
about
couldn't even-
chimpanzees.
I couldn't even get through Tiger King.
I never even tried.
This is not nearly as bad because
I
there's,
got through like 5 minutes of it, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. This is
there's
terrible.
nobody nearly as eccentric as Joe Exotic in this.
No one's fucking two other gay guys
Correct.
that ends up shooting himself in the head.
I've
I've never even watched it, and I know that that's what happens.
I mean, I know a lot about what happened only because one of my friends like watched it obsessively. So she just kind of like gave us the updates of it, which honestly was fine by me because I tried 5 minutes in. I was like, I'm losing brain cells. Can't do it.
No.
Nope.
I watched Chimp Crazy, and it's Chimp Crazy.
Yeah. I bet.
I mean, this lady like hides a chimp from a year from the feds and
What the fuck?
My problem
lies
is
to
like,
a federal judge and says it's dead. And I mean, it's transports it from, where was she at? Ohio? No. Michigan to Ohio to Kentucky or something. I don't know. Missouri. All over the fucking place.
yes, there
I'm
are
spoiling
spoilers.
the shit out of it, y'all.
He's
Sorry.
spoiling. It's a stupid ass show. So if you haven't watched the stupid ass show by now,
It's not really spoilers because they pretty much tell you what's happening up front.
I just don't know how anybody looks at an adult chimp and goes, "I'd fucking want one of those in my house."
Honestly, I don't
Yeah.
really see how anyone looks at any kind of like primate and says, I think that I want to keep that as
Because
a
everybody
pet.
thinks primate babies are cute, and they're like, "Oh, if you raise it," that's like when fuckers be like,
No,
like talking about
they're
tigers. Like if you
so
raise a
gross.
tiger, it's fine. It's still a fucking tiger.
Yeah, no. That's like saying if you raise a green iguana, it's fine. No,
No,
green
it's
iguanas are still evil. Speaking of transporting,
But
though,
if you hold it just right, it won't bite you. That's the important thing. So if you hold the chimpanzee,
that's what I was
if
doing
you hold
wrong.
the chimpanzee in the middle,
Okay.
and you can guide where it's by.
You can
Well,
direct where it
you,
goes,
you know what
yeah.
iguanas will still do, regardless of where you hold them?
No.
Apparently, they hiss at you and they pee because mine escaped her enclosure. I was trying to give her a piece of banana and she thought that I got too close and she like jumped out the door before I had a chance to stop her. And by the time I finally caught her, she hissed at me and then she peed on me. Like, this bitch.
What you get for getting a fucking iguana?
I know. I texted Danny and I was like, I'm getting an iguana. And her first question was why? And then her second question was
Gross.
a green iguana. And I was like, God, no, not.
You don't hate yourself enough?
I don't know. I don't hate myself that much. I'm good.
All right, so let's look at so again, the dates for the event are October
12th from 10 to 3 in Iowa Colony, which for those of y'all, if there's anyone on here that's local to the Houston area, it's about 20-30 minutes south of downtown Houston, give or take traffic.
Yeah, I don't think Kia's in here right now in the chat, but she's local. She could come. I met her up at Conroe's 2 weekends ago.
Who?
Nakia, she's one of our listeners.
Oh, yes.
Anyways, I want to get to one of our questions that kind of goes along with this. We said the first one we'll talk about was how are you supporting reptile conservation efforts in your state or country? Which this is one way. We've definitely done it the last couple of years. It's definitely been conservation. Reach straight out to conservation groups. But let's go through a few of these, and then we'll discuss things that we do and things you can do. Derek Dykstra said working for the state conservation agency, that's cheating. They pay you to do it, Derek. That's not, you're cheating.
Yeah, but Derek was already doing a lot before he became
That is true. That is true.
Game warden.
Timothy said educating friends or family on how to identify snakes and why they shouldn't kill them, supporting our state herp society as they raise awareness on certain projects that impact the local natural ecosystem. That's good. Our buddy Sean Gray said his biggest soapbox will always be against people letting their cats go outside. I'm a huge proponent for eradication of harmful invasive species, no matter what they are. And TNR, for those that don't know, is fucking stupid. Again, I've mentioned on here before. They catch the cat, they cut the cat's nuts off, and then they let the cat go. It's insane. It's just crazy. I don't understand it. Anyways, he said more passively, we do educational outreach at the pet shop for free and donate time and animals to Texas A&M biology and veterinarian departments for labs and training.
Do they also spay those cats, or is it just neutering the males?
No, it's spay and neuter.
Spay and neuter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they give them major surgery.
Yeah, and then
females, and they're like,
well, the ones that are spayed, I mean, they at least the organizations I'm aware of, anyone, they do hang on to the females, like so that they're pretty much fully healed before releasing them. But
can you imagine any other animal that we do that with any other animal? Imagine what the fuck, Robert? What are we?
Nice keyboard.
I dropped a magnet and it's stuck to the bottom of my computer right now. There, got it.
And we're all watching now. Oh, there we go.
There you go. Forgot that my camera's connected to the computer.
Just imagine if like we did that with cows. We're like, fuck, you know what? Fix the cow and then just let it run fucking loose. We can just let it run loose. Or if we just did it with, I mean, fucking really anything. It's crazy. Just people like, I'm trying to think some chimpanzees. Just do the chimpanzee. Look, as long as we fixed it, it's fine.
What if we did it with pigs? Used it to something practical that we actually try to get rid of.
Yeah,
that's true.
Or if we did it to wild pigs.
If we did it to Burmese pythons, reticulated pythons in the Everglades.
Dude, I just watched a video a little while ago of one of the guy who every time he finds a reptile, he says, yoink.
Never watched that.
He found a big ass boa and baby Brazilian rainbow boas.
Damn.
In Florida, in the Everglades the other day.
So the rainbow boa thing reminds me, I have bad news. It made me very sad the other day. My female rainbow boa died.
Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she was like 21, 22 years old. And I went in and it had to be recent because like she hadn't got stiff or anything.
Yeah.
She was still.
She had a long life at least.
Yeah, it sucked.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah, but Saturday morning he was coming to get me to go to Louisiana to pick up his tortoises, and
I went upstairs to go check on something, and I looked in there. And I was like, "Well, she looked like she's laying weird." And she was dead.
That sucks.
It sucks. I put her in the freezer, and I'm gonna talk to Maria and see if we can do something like the head or something. I want to try to save something, just because also the head of a rainbow boa is freaking awesome, and she was a full grown, so she's gonna have big old teeth and big head and everything.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, that sucks. But I did. Speaking of that, I did go. We went Saturday. Robert and I went and got my tortoises from Louisiana. So all my tortoises are now in Texas. They're not with me, but they are in Texas. They're at our buddy JT's place.
Sweet.
I took them there on Sunday, and then I messaged.
I can't tell if it's me freezing or them freezing or what. And I don't have the fucking mental capacity to carry this shit tonight. Yeah. Well, I'll continue with what he was saying. We took him to our friend JT's. James has 4. He has 2 that are, I don't know, probably.
And you're hardwired.
I'm hardwired here, and it's on. And
That's
it's
so
still
weird.
Literally all I heard was, I'm hard.
Yeah. Well, now you know. But no, Saturday, Robert and I went and we got our tortoises, and they're at JT's now. So now they're in the state. Now I just got to get a fucking house with a yard so I can have my tortoises back.
Yeah.
He did send me a video of one of my males getting friendly with his female.
Yeah.
At least they're getting along.
And it wasn't the male I expected to be doing that either. I figured it would be Speedy, but it was not.
No, it's my goofy ass messed up one. Those things did not. We searched all over to find a fucking tub big enough to get my big tortoise over here.
Did we ever?
We had to go to Walmart. We had to go to Home Depot or Lowe's. We ended up
Yeah.
going to Tractor Supply and having to buy like just a wash tub,
Oh,
basically.
you left out Sam's Club, the first Tractor Supply.
That's true. That's true.
We have to use I don't think I've talked about this on the podcast before, but I am part of the rescue and recovery team for Gulf Center for Sea Turtle Research. So whenever we've
talked
stranded or deceased sea turtles that wash up on the Texas coast, we go out there and we pick them up and
eat them.
Some of them are really small and can fit in a standard size tub, and some of them are loggerheads that require like 3 or 4 of us to get it into a vehicle. So we have like swimming pool, like those plastic kiddie swimming pools that we use sometimes to transport them. Because like we get some that, depending on how bad they are, if they're just kind of lethargic, you can just kind of stick them on a tarp in the back and they're fine. But like I had one that had been attacked by a shark, but she was still pretty spunky and was trying to like move around. So we had to like stick her in the tub. But some of that stuff, it's like, that's the size of tubs that we have to stick them in because these guys are fucking huge.
We ended up getting a 40-gallon Rubbermaid like water trough from Tractor Supply because it was the only thing I could fit a 100-pound tortoise in
And fit in the back of Katie's
they're
car.
massive.
Yeah, and fit in the back of the car. I had to fit that and then 3 other black and yellow tubs in the back of the car with all the other tortoises. And then listen to them try to break out of them on the 4-hour drive home.
Yeah, I considered getting more than 3 redfoots, and then I started thinking about like if I ever have to evacuate due to a hurricane or something, and I'm like, you know what? We're gonna stick with the 3. We're good.
Man, redfoot would have been so much easier to move.
Yes, I don't have space for a sulcata. I don't want to deal with a sulcata.
I do. I want my damn tortoises back.
If I had a lot of land, I would probably have some.
That's what sucks going to get them.
JT has 11 now at his house.
Jeez, does he have acreage?
Got like 2 acres, but
Oh.
what he does is he mows the grass and he has a bagger. It's got the bag on it, and he goes and dumps it in the sulcata pen, and they destroy that stuff.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah, he has 1 male bigger than mine. And I was really hoping that male at some point would kick mine's ass. That's what I'm hoping for. But he said it never really fights. I'm like, well, that sucks.
He's probably on 2 acres over there where he's at.
Nice.
Probably. But going to get my tortoise.
I never wanted one, and then I took care of my sister-in-laws for 2 years, and then she took them back when they finally got a place where they could have them, and I was like, well, damn. Now I have 3.
You know what's better than a tortoise?
What?
Chinese alligator.
Okay.
Anyways, going back to our question over here, Ash said, I work for the Forest Service and I get opportunities to make educational programs about reptiles and amphibians when I have extra time outside of my usual job description. We have a few endangered and threatened amphibians, so I do the best I can to advocate for habitat protection and educate forest visitors in how to recreate responsibility in, or how to.
Dude, you cannot read tonight.
I can. No, it says how to recreate responsibility in or near critical habitat.
That should have been responsibly.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's how to
recreate.
Recreate. The word is recreate.
We're intelligent adults.
They typed it wrong. It's not me, damn it. I can read words and stuff.
So he says. You do have fucking tortoises because of me. You're welcome,
she's
Danny.
Talking Danny, who I'm about to mention Danny's. She says educating friends and holding classes in the area to educate the public. Also donate to conservation organizations and support events like Megan's stupid ass event that we'll be at, which help spread awareness and raise funds for conservation efforts. Well, I'm a teacher, Norman. She's not a teacher. Katie's not here right now. Megan's not a teacher. Megan would never teach kids. She'll kill kids.
God, no. Somebody once was like, you could monetize your reptile programs. And I'm like, I would literally rather listen to nails on a chalkboard than do kids' birthday parties.
If you monetize it, you have to be nice to people.
Yes.
If it's free, you can be an ass.
Exactly.
Bitches, y'all didn't pay for this shit.
I can stand up in front of the crowd and tell them that if they don't keep their kids under control, I'm fucking leaving. And there are no refunds because you didn't pay to be here.
you gotta finish it with bitch.
Yeah.
Brandon said, getting everyone I work with riled up about political issues affecting our ecosystem that are going on around his state. Tell me how well that works, Brendan. Paul says, oh God, I haven't read Paul's yet. Telling the boys that every snake in the blind isn't a water moccasin because at the end of the day, they all become cottonmouths at 4 a.m.
Been there, done that.
Okay. It's always a cottonmouth until it's not one.
Graham said he had an
Or until it
adder
is one.
turn the underpart of his shed into her home while she had her babies. So I guess that's doing a little bit for him. Donald said handle / rehabber / relocator for wildlife, nonprofit, and Department of Fish and Game. That's cool. Jessica Lee Anderson mentioned Megan's name, so we could probably skip that if we wanted to.
He talks a lot of shit, but he likes me. He really likes me.
It's all a lie. Jessica Lee Anderson said, at one point, I wanted to become a wildlife biologist, though life took me in a different direction. Now I write about wildlife for young readers and try to showcase the importance of reptiles in a positive manner. I look up to educators like Megan. She looks up to you. What is she? Jessica, you got to have better.
I don't know. And I am so flattered by her comment, but I've had other people say this to me, and I feel kind of weird about it because I mean, I don't do any of this for recognition or anything. Don't worry. I'll shit talk you enough to bring you back down. Thank you. I appreciate it. Keep me humble. It's so weird when people say that like they admire me or they look up to me, or, you know, I'll have people that are like, oh, like I want to do what you do. And I don't know. It's just like strange to me because I'm like, there's so many other people out there that are so much smarter than I am. And that's one reason. Fuck off, James.
Hey, I'm just agreeing with you. I'm being agreeable.
A little too quickly and enthusiastically. But I mean, that's one of the reasons why I put together this event is because I'm not going to pretend to be I'm not an expert. I'm so far from being an expert. There's so much more for me to learn when it comes to, you know, snakes, much less reptiles in general. And so I'm putting together this event with people who know so much more than I do.
Man.
What?
Okay, well,
I'm a group expert.
An expert in smartassery.
If Facebook says it next to your name, it's true.
That's right.
While we're mentioning Jessica Lee Anderson, just because I have it here, this is Jessica's book on dermatology. It's an alphabet book for little kids with a bunch of goofy ass pictures of animals from people like that we actually know. So a lot of people that we know have animals in here. Check out Jessica Lee Anderson's books. This one's cute if you like cute animal pictures.
She has a lot of incredible books, and she'll be there at the event on the 12th. She will have books for sale. She will be there signing books.
And look, I know for our listeners, this one's got a lot of pictures in it, so you'll like it.
Yes, she's got anything from little picture books to her Naomi Nash series is kind of like starting to read chapter books, like kids who are starting to read chapter books. It's kind of like a good segue for them. But oh God, that's a novel.
Robert, are you reading that?
No.
You should take a look. Well, the Naomi Nash one's Katie, I think, has like in the classroom.
I don't really know how to react to that.
I think her kids have read that one.
Yeah.
Naomi Nash. It's a good one. Robert.
I don't understand what's
I wish I
happening
remembered
that. Okay. Anyway. But yeah, Jessica will be there. She's awesome. So if you're local, you should definitely stop by, have a chance to meet her and say hello. She's also like probably the sweetest person on the fucking planet, her and her family. Like her daughter makes jewelry that she sells and then donates the money that she makes from the jewelry to reptile rescues. And she's like 10 or 11 now. 10, I think. I don't know. She's just a little kid doing this, and it's awesome.
Yeah, there'll be lots of craft things at the.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we'll have some people there, some small businesses that are there too, that are selling stuff. I know Gina will have some merchandise that she's selling there too to help raise additional money. We'll have the raffle going on. The tortoise garden, I feel like, is like the biggest hit because people can just like hang out freely with the tortoises, but then they can pay to feed them, and people lose their fucking minds over that
Katie
shit.
Setting it up, we can do the scavenger hunt again.
Yes, we need. Okay, I'm advertising the scavenger hunt, so we got to set up the scavenger hunt.
All right, well, sounds like Katie thing to me.
Like I thought about this earlier, and I was like, I'm just kind of assuming that she knows that we're still doing it, but I'm like,
she's gonna be there this time.
Like,
so
oh no, I like threatened her with bodily harm if she's not. So I'm like, you cannot leave me alone with James again.
No,
please.
I love it. no one else outside the radio. If you're in the chat, you can see I'm leaving this comment there just because I think it's hilarious.
I don't understand. Is it spam?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, it is, but it's fucking hilarious. So
Like, I don't know how to react to
should I
this.
read? I'm gonna read it.
I didn't
All right.
know if it was somebody playing a joke.
If they are, we don't know who they are. But it says, Robert, my king, what's up, my man? I told you that I would tune in tonight. Just wanted to let you know that you had my legs shaking from the full body massage you gave me on Monday. You were definitely worth the $50. I can't wait to feel your strong hands all over my body again this weekend. Text me later, my glazed
Oh my
honey
God.
bun.
And his name is
wish I had the $50.
Alfredo Wigglesworth.
Oh, we've had worse spam in here. We definitely had worse. So that one's actually pretty light. And then there was one more, by the way, one more response. Jessica Coleman said, working in wildlife rescue and advocating for all native reptiles, especially venomous snakes. So again, that was how people are doing that now.
Yes, and Jessica runs Lumpy Lizard Reptile Rescue down in Edna, and I'm hoping that when you're
Is that a real place?
yes, it
Edna?
is. Edna.
Hey, is that where you go hunting? That sounds like something you've gone
Edna.
Yeah,
That's down. That's
down by
down
where
near
Michael Price
where.
is.
Yeah, that's down near where his. It's like 2 hours from here. It's where his.
You act like I should know where
nature
places are in
facility
Texas.
is.
I've only lived here for 4 years.
You have been here long enough. Get your
I know.
shit
I know where
together.
Houston's at. I slightly know where the suburbs around Houston are at, and how to get to like Dallas, and how to not to go to Oklahoma anymore.
Okay, well, that is smart. That's a good decision.
Not going back there again.
We don't like Oklahoma.
Gross.
I'm allergic to Oklahoma.
It's fucking Canada. I bet they have bagged milk in Oklahoma. That's how Canadian Oklahoma is.
I don't know. Norm lives there. Ask him.
Yeah. He probably makes sure they sell. He goes to the grocery store. Can y'all just put this milk in a bag for me? Just pour it into this bag and then I'll take it home.
Ew,
Fucking Canadians.
that's gross.
I'm looking for their ketchup flavored chips and shit.
Okay, those are delicious.
You shut your you
They're
have,
so
you have
good.
no fucking taste buds if you like ketchup flavored chips.
Ketchup flavored chips are
Fucking gross.
so good.
No, we tried that in America, and that's why you still don't find them because they did not
okay,
go over well.
no, they're fucking delicious.
All right, well, you know what? Go to fucking
Okay,
Oklahoma with
can
Norm.
I would like to file a complaint with Katie that she keeps fucking leaving me here.
I'd like to file a
with
complaint that you are secretly Canadian.
I'm not. And how dare you?
You, Norm, and old C Anal Side can hang out.
Okay, no, I will not. I will not be going to Oklahoma
And
unless
appears
I
to be
absolutely
frozen.
have to.
Damn.
It is a terrible place.
All right,
I'm
let's
allergic to it.
Let's get to our
Sorry, Norm.
Let's get to our other question. The other one was, what threatened or endangered species do you feel doesn't get enough attention from conservationists? And then everybody started fucking putting non-reptile things in here. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't even see that one coming. Now I got to talk about non-reptile stuff. So thanks a lot for that, Megan.
You're welcome.
Corey Martin's, and then people put fucking scientific names like I'm supposed to know this shit. Hold on. Corey decided it's got to be some sort of lizard. It's definitely a lizard. One, it's Corey posted it, and two, it just sounds like a lizard. Fuck me. It's not wanting to. God damn. Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Shinosaurus. Oh, that's the Chinese crocodile lizard. Okay, that is a cool one. Oh, Robert says we're breaking up for those that are what. I always asking if we're breaking up for the ones that are watching live.
Again,
I don't know. Breaking up is hard to do.
Are we breaking up? We're gonna be if James keeps talking shit.
Anyways, Corey said Chinese crocodile lizards.
You know what you were getting into, Megan.
I know. At this point, I know. I'm well
See,
aware.
Darren hears this. So what I'm hearing is that it's Robert.
Are you the problem, Robert?
Must be.
I mean, I don't break up. Mine just
must be on this
completely
that
shuts
time.
the fuck off. Mine just shuts off. So when mine fucks up,
True.
it's just gone.
It sounds like Norman likes the ketchup chip.
That's because he's fucking Canadian.
Okay, well, it sounds
And
like
lives
he's
in Oklahoma, so he's like double Canadian.
okay. I question his taste because of where he lives, but
No, you can still question it. Y'all.
on that
Just
note,
because you
I
like nasty ass shit doesn't mean
did-
his nasty ass shit is right.
I can't judge him too hard because I did decide to buy a home in Brazoria County. So
Voluntarily.
yes,
Uh,
voluntarily.
Timothy also said crocodile lizards, gallywasp, and timber rattlesnakes. I don't know. Timber rattlesnakes, they're not a threatened or endangered species. So that one's not, they're not even protected in Texas anymore. So, right, Robert? They took that off the list.
Yeah, they took it off the list a couple of years
You
ago.
can just fondle them all you want in Texas now.
March 30th, 2020.
If you hold their body just right in the middle, it won't bite you.
That's how I'm probably somebody's messaging me about a cottonmouth in their driveway. That is probably how I will handle that one if I just pick it up in the middle. I should be fine.
In the middle.
So I think
you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Brendan said Anastasia Island beach mouse. The fuck is that thing?
I don't know, and now I want to look it up.
Burrowing owls. They had a whole movie though. Burrowing owls, they get a lot of conservation. There was a whole movie, Hoot. I think that was about burrowing owls. I never saw that one, but indigo snakes. I don't know. They get a lot of
I mean, they do have a whole ass organization dedicated to them. Orient Society.
The Orient Society. Gopher tortoises. That's kind of like in hand with the Orient Society. They now, do they get protected enough? No, because there's that place in Florida where they're just gonna fucking build right over this shit.
Yeah, I do think. I mean, outside of Florida, honestly, I can kind of see his point here. I feel like if it's outside of Florida, they don't get a lot of attention, even though gopher tortoises are also in Texas.
I don't feel like Texas tortoises get enough attention. Like,
oh, absolutely not.
Most people don't even know we have a tortoise in Texas.
No, yeah. Well, the poster that I
you fucked up on.
Gotcha. That I fucked up on. Yes, I fucked up my poster. It's actually one that I made comparing redfoots to the Texas tortoise. Because the two that there was the one that Robert had last year that I wound up taking, and then Gina had one that I wound up taking from her to hand him over to Texas Parks and Wildlife. But both of them, people thought that they were captive redfoots.
Yep. Well, and the problem is when they're really little, they kind of look like sulcata babies.
Well, the little one that she got, somebody thought it was a baby redfoot, and so they brought it to her. And for those of y'all who do not know, the Texas tortoise has been protected since like the 1970s. And once they are removed from captivity, it does not matter how long they have been removed from captivity. It is illegal to put them back outside.
Which sucks because it would be an awesome pet tortoise.
Yeah, and so I mean, they already their population has already been steadily dwindling over the last 50 some odd years.
From dwindling, allow people to have them and breed them.
Okay, well,
that's a big problem.
We're talking common sense.
But that's the problem I have with a lot of conservation things. They outlaw you from being able to own them in private hands.
Mm-hmm.
But private hands are the ones that if you put a monetary value on it, they'll figure out how to fucking do it.
Well, this is how I think it's weird about Texas indigos. I feel like are a really good example because I can legally go out and collect a Texas indigo from the wild as long as I have a permit, but you cannot breed and sell them.
And when you say permit, you mean a hunting license with a
that I
paid
$35 for. And I think you can collect up to 5, I believe.
Something like that. I'm just going to give it a second. But yeah, I think she is correct. I think it's 5 that you can collect, but you cannot sell them. You cannot breed them. Well, you can breed them. You just can't sell the babies. You have to give them away, which I don't understand. If conservation is the goal, we would want everybody breeding them. Yeah, I don't. I'm about to give up. Just stand by. He'll edit this part out, I'm sure, when he puts the podcast out. Maybe.
YouTube TV. And
there they are.
So the TV downstairs would mess up, but I plugged in the Roku and found out it's not the internet. It was just the TV's network processing is not good.
Did y'all know y'all were frozen?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I told him he should try swapping out his laptop.
So I think it's the computer. I'm gonna try Katie's computer next week, maybe see if that works.
But anyway, what I was saying before the internet shit itself. So in Texas, you can go out and I can legally collect a Texas indigo, but you cannot breed and sell them. And the whole idea of protecting.
Are you sure you can?
That's always what I've been told.
No, you cannot breed and sell them.
Yeah,
they're wild caught.
You can breed and gift them though, right?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. but you can't breed and sell them.
No commerce.
which is infuriating to me because, the whole idea that they have is, they want to protect the wild population. Well, if you want to protect the wild population, then let people breed them and sell captive bred animals so that they're not taking them out of the wild. That's why I don't have one, because conservation is always going to be my priority over literally anything else. And I don't like taking animals out of the wild if it can be avoided. And so I'm hoping one day I can wait and I'll be able to get one when the time is right and it's ethical. But it just, that kind of shit bothers me because you want to protect the wild population, but you're still letting people go out and legally collect them with a permit, but we can't breed them and sell them legally. And it doesn't make sense because you have people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about making these rules.
Well, and I've seen a couple that people who have wild caught them and didn't have any business wild catching them and then end up killing them in captivity. And that really pisses me off when that happens.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've got this is a story. So a few weeks ago, I get a message from a wildlife rehabber in Brazoria County, and she's like, "Hey," she's like, "I've got some snake eggs, and this is not really my area. Can you help?" And a couple of them had started hatching, and she needed me to identify them. Turns out they are southern black racers. And apparently some kid
We already talked about that on here.
Not me.
No, we did.
I wasn't on here.
I ruined
Okay,
it for
well,
you.
now I'm here and I'm
it for you.
talking
You're just
about
repeating
it.
a story now.
Oh my God.
Everyone has to hear you say the story.
Okay, Mr. Chinese alligator.
Chinese alligators are better.
Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted. So some kid collected these eggs in southern Illinois. Basically,
Wait, hold on.
I know. So fuck. Here we go.
Pronounce that. Say it again.
Illinois?
That is not what you said.
Southern Illinois.
You put an S on the end of that shit.
You did.
I said southern Illinois.
With an S on the end of it.
You definitely said Illinois.
Okay. Anyway, 2 hours later, I finally get through the fucking
Look,
story.
even Danny's like, what?
Oh, you know what, Danny? Shush. Anyway.
Maybe learn how to pronounce Illinois.
So, all of y'all, fuck off. Anyway, so he brings these eggs back to Texas from Illinois, unbeknownst to his mother. And now I have them. They all hatched. A few of them didn't make it. But okay, you know what? For those of y'all who are watching, there you go. Too bad this isn't an actual spray bottle. It's my tumbler, but it says "bitch be gone." So
if it was real, you wouldn't be here.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, damn.
Your husband is a menace. Never leave me.
Our internet cut out like 7 times.
You fucking kidding me?
No,
we're gonna try your computer next week. I'm wondering if it's my computer. Because our fucking internet's just.
I would say Katie's come to rescue me, but it's already too late. I've been blatantly harassed for like the last hour.
Anyways, so she had a whole bunch of black racers from Illinois hatch.
Yes, a few of them didn't make it. They were failure to thrive, but now I've got they have
my bad.
Jesus, that was loud.
Down.
Turn on my shit.
I apologize to that person right now that's driving their car and just ditch. I just need you to know that we are not responsible for any accidents you may have in your vehicle.
My bad.
While listening to the podcast, or any blown speakers that may have.
I need a bottle of wine.
I don't even remember.
There they go again. It's because Megan said Illinois. The Wi-Fi is running away from that shit.
It's still doing that even if you're hardwired.
I'm thinking it's the computer.
That is just really strange.
I think it's something in the computer that's not working. Anyway, so the black racers, you got them, and they don't belong here, and that seems pretty racist if you only cut it right there.
Oh, but
don't belong here.
And actually, yes. Well, and so you're talking about people bringing in indigos, they don't know what they're doing with the species. And honestly, like these black racers are another really great example. Like I don't understand why they couldn't.
I must say she's talking about snake. It's a snake.
Yes, it's
Okay, Watson,
pre-apis.
the new record.
But this is a pretty difficult species to establish in captivity, and they're not native to this area, so they can't just be released. And thankfully, like I was able to talk to several people at Herps, and Joe over at Repticulture talked to a few people too, and we were able to, get it figured out to get them to finally start eating.
You just go release them on some person's land who goes, hey, just release them in my barn so they can get rid of mice.
No big deal.
I didn't bash Illinois. That was someone else who mispronounced it. I did bash Canada and Oklahoma, and I'm not going to take that away.
I would like to apply for some new friends.
Good luck with that shit.
Only I could go back to before I did my first program and say, you know what? No, you can't show up. Please don't.
So let me get to the rest of this. Brendan also said, he also said Key West deer, and he said, fight me on, he said subspecies count.
Those people down in the key deer, they are fiercely protective of the key deer, as they should be.
Is that like little tiny one?
No, it's a deer. It's a whitetail.
Yeah.
Like little tiny deer. Yeah.
But it's a small white. It's a whitetail down there, right?
Yeah.
It's just a subspecies of whitetail.
Yep.
Nathan said, I'm going to say eastern box turtles. I think the reason being that when many of us are growing up, they were everywhere and get looked over too often. Now their numbers are rapidly declining. I think a basic way of boosting numbers would be to let the pet trade get them. The system complains about animals being released. Let it happen to a native threatened species. Yeah. I guess that's a problem. Like, I get it. I get why they do it, because if they go, oh, now we can have them, people would go out there and catch them all, and you can't stop them from doing that. But they're still, like, box turtles are still getting caught left and right. Like, the law doesn't keep us from keeping them. You can go out there and keep one, kill it, go catch another one, kill it, go catch another one, kill it over and over again. That's legal. But God forbid you go get two of them, breed them. That's wrong. So. Jessica Lee Anderson said, so many, unfortunately, though, I would say critically endangered crocodilian species, such as Chinese alligators, which are really important.
Oh, God. You gave him a segue, Jessica. Thanks a lot.
I'm saying there's one downstairs. Tim Wolf said, you should talk about how conservation efforts should focus more on habitat. It's all well and good to protect certain species, but without habitat preservation, it's all just a waste of time, which is true. Which is why, if you want to, go buy some coffee and tea from Cold Blooded Caffeine, and you can use code Reptile Gumbo and save 10%, and then 5% of those proceeds.
You got too many codes everywhere. You can't even keep them straight.
5% of those proceeds go straight to help save the rainforest.
Do I need to make you a poster to hang on the wall, like an anchor chart?
Fucking teachers. God, I hate teachers.
Yes, I do too.
But 5% of their proceeds go to the rainforest, not to save anacondas, not to save this or that, but straight to the rainforest. So yeah. That's why, as much as it sucks when you go to places and like, save the elephants. If you save the elephants, it saves their habitat, and then therefore also saves the habitat of animals that live where the elephants live. So,
that's why. So Tim lives in Florida, and a few months, I think it was earlier this year, that short documentary, this like 20-minute documentary that came out about gopher tortoises. It focused.
I missed that one.
So it's about 20 minutes. I'll find the link and post it in the discussion group. But it's free on YouTube, and it's a short documentary about gopher tortoises specifically in Florida. And it focuses very heavily on the fact that habitat loss is the number one reason that they are critically endangered.
Yeah, because you got to build that extra warehouse.
Yeah, and I mean, we're seeing the same thing. I mean, we're seeing the same thing all over the U.S., but I mean, we're definitely seeing it here in Texas. I mean, just in this area, which Brazoria County, it's still very rural in a lot of areas, but it's growing very quickly. I mean, we live in one of the fastest growing suburbs in Texas.
Don't tell the people in those suburbs, they get really fucking pissed when they build new neighborhoods.
Right.
They're really fucking
they
surprised.
buy a house within sight of downtown Houston, and then are surprised whenever it becomes
shows
Houston.
up.
Right. Yeah.
Why would someone build a neighborhood where I already live next to Houston?
Oh my God.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we're seeing it here. I have to explain to people all the time that my snake calls exploded when the Meridiana side of, or the Manville side of Meridiana broke ground.
I believe it.
And it's getting worse, and people are like, are you taking them far away? And I'm like,
Yep,
well,
sure.
where the fuck am I supposed to take them?
All the way to that pond that you can see from your house.
Yeah.
Darren
I'm
said
not
someone
telling
was caught at JFK Airport last week trying to smuggle box turtles out of the country. Had them in socks wrapped in duct tape.
When I read The Lizard King 15 years ago, that's how they did it.
Well, you read The Lizard King 15 years ago. It was talking about the 70s.
Yes. But I
Yes.
read The Lizard King 15 years ago.
Good for you.
I've never read that.
I read it on our honeymoon on the way to Disney.
Good honeymoon reading.
Got a speeding ticket on my honeymoon.
Should have been a sign for him.
Okay, it's been 11 and a half years of fucking bliss for this man.
For you. That man lives in fear every day. of his life. You can see it on his face whenever he's around other people. Like, help me. Help me. Sorry, man. I don't know what I did for you.
Next time I see him, I'm going to be like, blink if you need help.
Okay, well, the next time you will see him, he will be a captive volunteer.
He's going to need all the help he can get that day.
Ash said, not a reptile, but the West Indian / Florida manatee. I agree, but that technically has been done pretty well. It's not even endangered anymore. So, I mean, yes, it does suck. I'm sure they still get hit by boats and there's still pollution and there's still all this, but it's better than it was.
And they're so protected that if you even like nudge them, they will slap your ass with a fine.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean,
they don't fuck around.
Yes, I agree that we should still protect them, but we obviously have done a decent job because they are no longer endangered. So,
Unlike the Texas tortoise, which is still a critically endangered species.
Yeah.
There was just not last winter, there was a couple of manatees that showed up in like the Texas City area.
Yeah,
we get them every few years on the dike over there.
I see them in Louisiana. I've never seen one, but I've heard about them being in Louisiana.
I actually did not know that they have showed up here before. I know we get a lot of sea turtle calls over in the dike.
Yeah, it's
say that word on radio.
I don't know. Every 4 or 5 years, we'll get a couple of manatees show up over there.
I think we'll get canceled.
Yeah.
Lewis, I was late to the party too. It's okay, man.
I mean, you already talked
she
about.
left me with James for the first hour.
I don't think
I was at open house for
and
my teenager.
How am I? I'm gonna put you on mute. You're on mute. How am I the bad guy? Megan's over here talking about black racers don't belong and dikes. Yeah, it's a great thing about having the board. I can just shut y'all up when I want to. If only life was that easy.
Only life was that easy for you.
Anyways, Donald Kane said hydromantes, which I had to look up, which was
I just looked them up. They're so cute.
Little tiny salamanders.
Oh my god, they're so tiny.
Salamanders.
They're salamanders. Web-toed salamanders. They have like 3 toes.
And then Danielle talked about wild stray dogs. It was fucking weird. There's a whole
Those things
paragraph.
are cool. I didn't know about those. I looked them up. They look like dingoes.
Oh, the wild dogs. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
Danny
wild dogs.
has
She's talking about
one.
something else.
They are wild dogs.
No,
Carolina dogs.
They're in different conversations. She's talking about African wild dogs because that's what we refer to as wild dogs.
No, I was talking
Did you
about.
read this?
Yeah.
You didn't read through these.
I read through most of. I read
That's bullshit.
Danielle's because
Yeah,
I get
okay.
alerts when she posts.
I love how I love how it went through. Yeah, I read through most, and then I read Danielle's.
I get alerts when she posts, so it's kind of like I don't know how I turned that on for just some people, or I don't know if it's like the people that I interact with the most.
I think it automatically does it for people that you interact with a lot.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I get like a notification.
If they're on your
my
friends
phone.
list, if they're your friends list, that you get a notification.
No,
Not always. Like I have a preferred list where you can
I
like.
don't even know how that because
I mean,
like,
you can select people that like you want to get notifications
anytime
from.
you post, anytime he posts, anytime Robert posts, Danielle has somehow made the list.
I'm
And
funny.
my mom, I get like a text message from Facebook that says you've posted.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'm
Somehow
funny.
Kelly Grant
So
is
my
my mom.
posts are worth your time.
So Danielle talked about the Carolina dogs. She said, while technically Canis familiaris, the Carolina dog is a pariah native to the southeast U.S. They have been living in the wild as feral dogs for several thousand years, and their bloodlines are largely untouched by humans, making them one of the purest forms of actual dogs in the wild. Urbanization is pushing other predators into the areas and causing them to decline in their numbers. It's estimated they'll be extinct in the wild in the next few decades. There are few conservation breeders, but few and far between. And the flip-flopping taxonomical classification makes them intermediately illegal to have in some areas, Dallas being one of them. So anyone asks, her dog's a German Shepherd mix, just like our our pit bull is a lab mix.
Which is how she wound up getting him to begin with, because somebody picked him up as a puppy thinking he was a stray German Shepherd puppy. And then they very quickly realized that there's something wrong with this dog. And so she took him and very quickly realized there's something wrong with this dog. And he's a great dog. I'm like his best friend in the world. But no sane person should own one ever.
And then we had one other one. This person wanted to be anonymous, but they told us that they're intending on running for their district representative in their area. And as I've attempted to make things better, I have noticed no matter my efforts, politics continues to get in the way of conservation. That being said, I want to run with the premise of preserving our environment through proper delegation of resources. No reason we should be developing unused land when we can simply repurpose existing structures, which is true.
If they're in Texas, good luck to them.
If you want to mention that, anyways, it goes. I didn't mention his name though, so
yeah, because in Texas, I don't remember exactly what year it was or whatnot, but basically the state took a lot of power away from cities, so they're very limited in what they can actually put a stop to as far as development in their areas.
Yep.
So like in Iowa Colony, we've got 5 fucking pizza places. And
hold on, we got Center Court,
Iowa Colony,
we got Domino's. We got pizza. It's only 3.
We got Pizza Hut. They're putting in a Mario's pizza. It's supposed to be going. It's supposed
Marco's.
Marco's. Yeah.
Marco's.
It's supposed to be going. It's supposed to be going right across the street from Pizza Hut.
Jesus.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna put one in there across from Joe's school because they're building a shopping center down there too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. 'Cause she's.
And the problem is,
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very little of it's gonna be good. I don't know. I kind of like Center Court's okay.
Their Center Court is overpriced. We get their pizzas on Mondays because they do large for $12.
Here's how you know. Okay, my stupid teenager. We went out after a volleyball game with our team to go eat at Center Court Pizza. Right. So part of the team goes there. Anyways, that was a big clusterfuck too. We tell her to go.
Don't even get me
go sit with your friends. We'll sit by ourselves. The parents sat at one table. I said, "Hey, we'll order pizza. We'll split it." Okay. She goes over there. I order the pizza. It gets to me. I say, "Hey, Joe, come get a slice of pizza."
I ordered my own
pizza. I fucking paid for 2
one
fucking
large
pizzas
and 1 medium pizza.
Oh no.
Our bill was so ridiculous.
So much.
It wasn't a Monday, was it?
No. It was a Thursday.
Oh yeah.
So much.
We went one time. We went one time on a day where like it wasn't their $12 pizza deal, and I told Asmer, I was like, "This is good, but there's no fucking way I'd pay $25 for this again."
His large pizza was $30.
No, it was 25, and hers was 21.
21.
Yeah, like their pizza is good.
I don't think it
wasn't
for
$12.
$12.
$12, I would eat it.
For $12, I will eat it.
It was not $25. $25 is fine when we're splitting the fucking pizza.
Even $25.
Because it's $25, it's basically $12.
Well, here's my thing though. For $25, she was also socializing with her teammates, and it was the experience that we were there
for. An extra $21, we just.
She did
Are you talking about her dog that does what she's saying right there?
Yes.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh, she has like how high is your fence, Danny? Like 8-9 feet. And
is it like Snoop Dogg?
This dog can practically clear it. The first time, like I hadn't quite met him yet, and I had pulled around to the back of her house to unload some stuff in her garage, and he's in the backyard, and he's like jumping and like looking over me at the fence, and I'm like texting her, I'm like, "Can you please go ahead and open the garage door? Because I'm not convinced that your dog's not going to jump over this fence, and I don't know what's going to happen if he does."
So what this dog? Go ahead.
I used to have Lacey dogs, the only breed native to Texas, and they're like that. They're super, super high drive, and I had a 6 foot.
I did not know we had a dog that was native to Texas.
I had a standard 6 foot wood fence, and my female would clear the fence without touching it. And they're, 25, 30 pound dogs, but they are.
The Lacey dog looks like it's a Weimaraner that fucked a pit bull.
What's that?
The Lacey dog.
Yeah, they're an amazing dog, but you can't.
I've never heard of them.
Yeah, you have to have.
Oh God, they're like Lacey's on steroids.
That's
Jesus.
insane.
Well, a Carolina dog proves to me that if you leave dogs alone long enough in the wild, that's what they're gonna fucking look like. Because that does look like a dingo. Dingoes ended up looking like that.
Well, when they did Life After People, when the Discovery Channel or whoever it was years ago did that Life After People, one of the dogs they focused on were the Lacey dogs, and they were like, they will definitely survive after people are gone. They're smart. they'll figure it out.
That's good because
Yeah.
most domestic dogs fucking won't.
Oh yeah, Danny has like
Sheldon be fucked.
baby locks
Yeah.
all over her house because he knows how to open the trash. He knows how to open doors. Like he can figure his shit out, and now he has to go in the kennel because he figured out how to open her bedroom door.
Our dog,
So-
our dog whines if her blanket on the floor is too lumpy.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Poor Millie.
Katie laid a blanket out on the floor, and it wasn't exactly flat. The back end was like an inch taller than the front.
Because I folded it over on itself. So like just the edge was
And
folded over.
She stood on it trying to walk around in a circle, walk around in a circle, walk around in a circle, crying until Katie got up, flattened it out, and then she laid down.
fine. I'm like,
That's how I know domestic dogs won't fucking make it in the wild.
Sweet
Yeah, no,
Millie.
Carolina dogs are basically like, I mean, it's basically a human in a dog suit. I mean, I need him to take an IQ test.
Poor Millie.
It's bizarre.
She's still laying on the floor out there.
No, she's
She went back
She's
downstairs?
abandoned. Yeah, that's okay. I'll give her some love before I leave.
Dumb dogs.
She was running around like a crazy thing when I walked in.
So, anyways, so yeah,
But she knows the Life 360 sound on the phone.
She has learned the Live 360 sound when they get it, because I had my phone on mute. Because every time they'd get home after me, I'd get the alert on my phone, and she starts crying. I'm like, is she hearing that or the car? So I had my phone on mute one day. They got home. They got all the way to the door to open it. And she didn't fucking realize they're there. She
came
knows
running
the
from
sound
back
on my
of the house.
phone when the car gets near.
Uh-huh.
That's fantastic.
She's such a
So for a smart dog, she's fucking stupid sometimes.
But yeah, I'm excited about the event this year. We've got some new organizations that are going to be there.
Like
and
who?
Like Michael Price, for starters. I
Already-
named them
we already
earlier
talked about him.
when you weren't paying attention.
I paid attention. I
you
just
were not paying
didn't care.
attention.
Just didn't care enough.
Texas Hawking Association's coming back, so Hayden's going to be there again. Zoe Renee is going to be there. Fauna Learning Center is coming.
Jessica Lee Anderson's coming.
Yep, Jessica's going to be there. American Bird Conservancy will be there. Repticulture, Matagorda County and Brazoria County Coastal and Marine Resources will be there. Michael has 2 booths. He's representing Wild About Texas, which is what he typically runs his social media, and I believe that's what the fucking gnat.
I know.
That's what his educational center is named. And then he's also repping Lavaca Nevada River Authority. Not entirely sure what they do, but I'm excited to learn.
Lavaca Navidad River Authority.
Yeah, I think it has something to do with water conservation.
And I think that's who actually funds his organization that he works for also.
Okay. I've been meaning to go down there to see the facility. I was hoping to get down there before the event, but this year has just been
Flown by.
Yeah, it's been flying by. There's been so much shit, and either I've
Well, it
been
has for
sick
y'all.
or I've been, dealing with family stuff. So it's like,
Hey, me too.
it's one of those where it's like,
Yeah.
if it's not one thing, it's something else. So like I have used so much PTO this year, and I realized the other day that of all the PTO I've taken this year, absolutely none of it has been to relax.
Like for fun.
Yeah, none of it has been for fun. All of
Yeah.
it has been for bullshit.
I've got 3 weeks I need to use before the end of the year, and I just don't see where I'm going to use it.
Well, I'm going to Arizona in February. I've decided I'm taking 4 days. I'm going to go visit friends. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want.
Hey, you're going to Carpet Fest, right?
Yeah, I'm going to Carpet Fest. Me and Danny and another friend of mine are staying at that campground that Michael posted about. We got a cabin there
That's cool.
that we're staying in.
So, anybody listening,
So-
if you come, you'll see all of us there.
Yep.
And you can meet Danny if you want to and
Yeah.
talk about her stupid dog.
And you'll meet my friend Catherine. Her and her husband are actually driving down from Granbury to volunteer for the event on the 12th. So
I want to try. I don't know if
and
I'll be able to.
they're pretty heavily involved in the DFW area with
I just
snake stuff and conservation.
spent part of my money that I made on snakes. Well, all of my money that I made on snakes on snake food. So I was gonna buy those lavalier mics so that we could do some videos down there.
Mhm.
I'd like to do some videos and some interviews over there. So I still have time to maybe
Mhm.
get them. We'll see. If anybody wants to buy them for me.
Yeah, we got a picture earlier, JT and I did in our group chat of $500 worth of rodents sitting on James' porch.
It was a
That
lot
sure
of rodents.
wasn't what you expect the $500 worth of rodents to look like.
I bought $200 worth of rodents at the herp show and was given the wrong bag when I left.
Shit.
So I have 2 of the things that I intended to purchase, and 2 other things are not what I purchased. And then
What'd you
so I bought large rats, small rats, pinkies, and what's bigger? What's the one? after
Fuzzies.
Hoppers. Yeah, something like that.
Small mice.
And adult mice. I wound up getting large rats, small rats, and 2 packs of what appears to be some sort of bird.
Quail.
Yes, probably quail. None of my pinkies, none of the adult mice, none of the yeah. So I'm like,
Which link am I supposed to fix, Nathan? Tell me.
This is cool.
I'll fix it.
So I don't know what I'm gonna do with fucking quail because none of my animals.
Oh yeah, they will. They will. 100% some of your will eat.
I'm sure somebody will. Problem is just
snake, right?
Yeah.
He'll eat quail.
Yeah, he probably will.
They'll eat a turd covered in feathers.
Who knew? Because I just learned that apparently I'm not skeeved out by frozen rodent feeders. I am apparently skeeved out by frozen bird feeders.
Yeah, they're kind of
so creepy. I'm like, this is kind of gross.
I'm gonna put Katie on that, Nathan. She's gonna fix the.
I don't want any more jobs or responsibilities.
Oh,
my to-do list is too long.
On your to-do list,
I feel that's so hard right now.
Every time I take something off, I add like 4 more things.
The scavenger hunt for
story of my life.
For Conservation
what do I have
Day.
to do? Okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
And stuff gets moved up.
And my mom bought so my mom did 3 baskets for us to raffle off that look really nice. And then she also got, I don't know what you gave away previously for like the scavenger hunt prize, but she bought like 300 of these like faux like temporary reptile tattoos because she's like, these were really cute.
That's cool.
So she bought them and we were like, I was like, cool, we'll give that out.
Stickers out, but those work too.
Like we'll give that out.
Kids
and
love that.
I think I might pick up some candy or something too.
There you go.
Like,
it's October.
Put a bowl of candy on there. But I'm excited. We're gonna have some really cool vendors. I have already reached out to the amenities village so that we can make sure that they turn off the fucking sprinklers.
That was funny. It was not. It wasn't funny.
That was
funny.
No, that was so stressful. Oh my god. that was not a fun time. But I'm excited. It's gonna be good.
The Echo.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Echo for my classroom.
Oh my god. I need that.
I'll move to the Amazon products.
I'm so glad you were able to show up to the show and didn't leave me with James for the whole time.
Anyways, moving on.
I would say James and Robert, but Robert's not here. Let's
go with stuff that is.
I'm
muting you. All right, let's go with stuff that is on our Facebook page.
Just start shouting.
I love that I can just mute you. Nathan posted this one from everyone's favorite dumbass.
I'm still muted.
No, you're not.
I am.
No, you're not.
No, you're not. Okay.
Learn how microphones work. If you talk into it, they can hear you.
It sounded like I was still muted.
Everybody's wishing you were at this point.
Oh my god.
Don't be ugly, James.
Jeffrey, dumb bitch, said hashtag not dead yet. That was his first post back. And my response was can I put there's still time? I didn't know if that was.
Damn, James.
I mean, yeah. Speaking of someone doing it right, then Robert, you posted this one right from the Florida Snakebite Institute.
Maybe.
Is it in lieu of recent Taipan bite in South Carolina, which is caused? Yeah. So what all was it? It was about. Oh, shit, I got a bug on me now. What all was it about? I gotta remember what it was about.
I don't remember. It was like 2 weeks ago when I posted shit.
Ah, come on, man. Get a better memory. It talks about the Kentucky Reptile Zoo, which he says
it's talking about he scroll down some. Yeah, the anti-venom assistance group, blah 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 blah. It's basically about how to helping people get anti-venom.
Got it. Yeah, Joe Pittman is the one that writes the protocols, snakebite protocols for people.
That sounds right.
He's the one that runs, Florida Snakebite Institute. Yeah. I have the North American Pit Viper.
I reached out to him and we're gonna have him on at some point, but he's very busy right now, especially with everything that's going on. No. A lot of people are wanting snakebite protocols now.
Color me shocked.
So we'll have him on. We'll have him on to talk about that.
I actually have a which I want to make it into like a better poster, but I have the links for that for the programs because I show people the bite protocol, and I'm like, if you're an outdoors person, you really need a copy of this so they can just scan the QR code and go grab one.
All right, so this is the two-parter. One, our buddy Sajak from the Netherlands posted this. It's a picture.
Isn't he coming soon?
We're gonna get to that in a second.
Oh, sorry.
Someone posted this. It was a picture. They're trying to want to know what it is, but it's obviously an albino cottonmouth, which is kind of cool looking. But speaking of Sajak,
Is that how you say his name?
no, it's Jack.
It's
There's
just
an
Jack.
S there,
It's
so
silent. James is just an asshole.
there's an S in the front of his name. There's an S there, just like C anal side exotics. The C is silent, so it's just anal side exotics.
No.
Fine, anal side exotics.
James.
Won't say the C.
We had this discussion earlier.
I
and
know. Every week.
Neither of us know what the anal side of Canada is.
Oh, he said it earlier. I forget what he said though. So Jack said there's some places that he wants to go to while he's here. Some of them I told him we're definitely going to help him with, and some of them I've got to ask him why. So, and some of these, Robert, you might be able to help me with him also.
I can make that happen, Danny.
First, he wants to go to Reptilandia, Reptile Lagoon. If we're off and we can do it, we'll go with him. I don't know, but we'll see. Second,
Do we have dates of when he's coming?
November. He's like here for the whole month of November. I gotta figure out what dates. He's gonna be here during, well, Rosenberg's on here, so it's obviously during second and third. Crocodile Encounter, which we can take him to. Got that. Learning Zoo, which we can take him to. We got that. Herb Shop, which we can take him to if we want to. We got that. Mothership, that's all you, Robert. If you want to take a trip out to Austin.
Oh, I'd love, yeah, for sure.
New fundraising idea for next year. We can sell James's Just an Asshole t-shirts.
Sure.
He doesn't care.
This is another one, Robert, you might be able to help him with. A gun range. He wants to go to a gun range.
We can do that.
Houston Zoo, I told him we could do that one.
Oh, yeah, I got a membership.
Herb's Reptile Show at Rosenberg, I'm vending that one so he can come there.
And depending on when, we could even do the Christmas lights because we can get members only tickets to see the Christmas lights in
All
November.
right, these
before they
last
start.
few, either I don't know of or I wonder why the fuck. And I've got to ask him why. So first off, Pet City Houston. I don't know that one.
Pet City Houston.
I
I feel like if we don't know it, it's
probably not a good pet
not
store.
good.
I love that you're looking at me like I should know what it is, though.
It's the last two that I've got to ask him why. Camp Bow Wow Dog Daycare.
Just to say he's been there, maybe.
But then he also has Wagon World Dog Daycare. His last two on this list are two different dog daycares. There's no way he's bringing a dog with him that needs dog daycare.
He wants to go to the dog daycare?
Yes.
Maybe he wants to see what it's like. Maybe he's going to start one where he lives.
In the nether regions?
I don't know.
It never really occurred to me that maybe doggy daycare is
Are
very
a real American thing?
Very American thing. Well, you said the gun range, and I'm like, you know, it kind of just occurred to me that, like, oh yeah, that really is like a very American thing.
Danielle says he worked at Camp Bow Wow and it sucked. 0 out of 10. Don't do it. All right, Jack. Jack, you may want to take that one off your list.
That's funny.
Oh God, definitely don't do Pet City Houston. They have puppy mill puppy. Their puppy mill source. That's pet shop.
Jack, I can get you to far better pet shops. We'll take you up to what's the one we went to, Robert?
What?
Pet store we went to. You and I up north.
Pets of Plenty.
Pets
I was
Plenty.
gonna say the one in Magnolia.
We'll take you to Pets of Plenty. That's a great one.
Plenty is the reason why I have carpet pythons.
So because I'm multitasking, I was able to just pin our Amazon wish list onto the Reptile Gumbo page.
Whoop, whoop. Anybody wants to go help us out?
And I posted it in the podcast discussion
Look at
group.
you.
And if you don't want to purchase something full out, you can donate small amounts of money
What?
towards an item.
We appreciate it.
And there you go. And your microphone's on sale right now for only 140 instead of 180.
That's even better. So Jack said he's in the USA for November. So it's still open for a lot of things to do. So for all of November, I mean, Texas takes up a big chunk of that November.
Yeah,
That's a lot of
it
things.
does.
But that whole list, I think we can help you knock out that, depending on when if you're gonna be at the beginning. We work during the week, but we can try and knock out a lot of it if you're
Yeah, but I would love to go to the zoo with him, but if he wants to go during the week, I can give him my pass and he
I've
I
got
have
days
3 weeks of vacation to use before the end of the year, so
There we go.
There you
Robert,
go.
I can take-
Robert can be your personal
I can take a
tour
day or two
guide.
off too. I'm all for taking a day or two off.
Take days off with people we don't even know, but you won't take days off with me.
I offered to take a day off with you and you told me not to.
Because I feel bad.
Yeah, so see, don't give me shit.
You can't just take off in elementary school the day after Halloween.
Yes, you can.
It's like a unwritten rule.
And I'm gonna take a day off and go hang out with Sajak, apparently.
Okay.
And I've got to try not to call him Sajak every time I say his name. Sajak. Anyways, going back to our discussion page. Let's see what else where's my mouse? Up there. Nope, there. Nope, there. I found it. We're good. A Tale of Two Invasive Lizards. I didn't read this. Nathan says it's a neat little read. Nathan, I'm not going to read that. So someone else is going to have to read that and give me the synopsis there. Travis posted something that is no longer available to see. So it could be anything. Reptiles breach impenetrable 4-kilometer fence with igneous invention. Ingenious, not igneous. It looks like igneous. Ingenious.
Yeah, I think they dug under it.
I think it's made for them too, though, isn't it? I think I read that I think it's designed for them too.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal was.
The Okefenokee Swamp. That's just a fun one to say. This little tiny alligator trying to bellow, but it's too small to really get a good bellow going. So he's got a few more years before that works. This is a neat one. These giant claws. Only 2 of them are reptiles. I think they could have put more reptiles on here. It's mostly birds and then jaguars and large cats. But then they have snapping turtle, which those claws are big, and Komodo dragon, but they're missing like croc monitor.
This may be me.
What?
I think that was me this time.
Oh, did you freeze?
I think I know what it is.
What? Is it the porn? It's all the porn.
What? No.
It's all the
What
porn.
are you talking about?
He's watching a lot of porn and it's freezing his computer.
No,
Every
sir.
file
Up.
to the 3D.
He's a robot.
I just shared.
Thank you very much, now, Mr. Roboto.
I just shared the link
Fucking-
for the Gopher Tortoise documentary.
Robert is
It's called Gopher Game.
all right. Hold on, I'm gonna mute him for a second just so that it will quit.
Down.
I can't mute him. I can. I'm gonna mute him on the board. No, he's muted there now. He's muted there until he finally catches up. Up there he goes. I think he's
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when Joe was
There we go.
little and we used to have to tell her, stop, make your sentence in your brain. Okay, now talk.
Yeah, you
You're
were
like,
you were talking away
bleh,
there, Robert, but we were only hearing like every
bleh,
15th syllable,
bleh.
and it was slow.
I was cussing at my computer. I figured out what the problem was. Whenever I render a file to the 3D printer, it like slows my computer way down. So I just stopped.
This video is a cockfight and a rat fight. It's cocks and rats just fighting away.
Cool.
That rat is. Oh shit! That rat's done.
Yikes.
That big black cock just really destroyed that rat.
Oh my god.
James.
What? It's a big black cock.
It's not even a big one.
It's an average sized black cock. But that rat just couldn't handle that average sized black cock, and he knocked him out.
I would put out an SOS, but I did choose to be here, and I
See?
knew what I was getting into.
This is one I posted of someone's ER trip after getting bit. They owed $153,000, over $153,000.
Yeah, that one's been going around for a while.
Yeah.
My late uncle several years ago decided, and I'm pretty sure he was drunk when this happened, decided that it was a good idea to pick up a prairie rattlesnake that gifted him a souvenir in the form of a $250,000 hospital bill.
It's always a good idea.
Yep.
This is a
Fun
cool one.
times.
It's a lace monitor in the wild. Still, I'm one of the ones that don't find lace monitors that amazing. But if you do, it's cool to see the shape of a lace monitor in the wild.
What's wrong with lace monitors? They're
Nothing. Just
gorgeous.
boring.
They
to me.
just don't do much
They
for
don't
him.
do much. I don't get it.
He's not big on those.
There's cooler monitors than a lace monitor.
Kind of how I feel about Kenyan sandboas.
Kenyan sandboas are fucking amazing, and you're just wrong. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, well,
I
if I wanted a,
don't know who this
if I
is, but it
wanted
got
a pet
posted on.
sandbox.
Oh, there we go. I don't know who this is, but it got posted on several things. Chad Gray. I feel like I've heard the name, but they passed away, and they were in the hobby apparently, and I saw that on several Facebook
Mhm.
groups.
Yeah, I saw that too.
So, but that was on a sad note. While we're on sad notes, I think I'm gonna lose a Sunglow baby.
Did you talk about Hope already?
Yeah, I already talked about her.
What's wrong with the
Sorry.
Sunglow baby?
It was kind of a runt, and it finally ate for the first time the other day,
Oh yeah, it
and then it regurged 2 days later.
Oh, shit.
And now it's still like alert, but its body just doesn't look right.
Something's just off with it.
I don't think it was great. Yeah. So, but I mean, it's out of 27 babies. If one dies,
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of how they're
It's not the one
designed.
with the jacked up eye, is it?
No, that one's
of
fine.
course
It's
not.
just not eating yet. But they're slowly. Some of them are slowly starting to take the first meals. It's just taken 2 months for them to decide to want to eat.
I was gonna say, I was like,
Yeah, some of them just get to go a while.
yeah. geez.
Look, in my house, I'm not ashamed to say you either eat or you die. Those are the
mean,
options.
At least with them, like they're a little bit bigger. Like the racer babies were starting to stress me out because they're basically like, I mean, they're smaller than my.
Well, and they're also
finger when
colubrids. So they
come
burn
out.
through stuff fast.
Yes, yeah, that. Too.
Oh wait, no, you're still good. You're just
And
not
I'm-
talking to them in the mic.
And I'm like, I'm right
No,
next to the
her volume
microphone
was just down.
And she also was talking.
because James is trying to
No.
keep me quiet.
See, I'm talking. And you can't-
Stop,
then
Jane.
You gotta talk into the
my
mic, and then people can hear
God.
me.
How do you deal with this man?
He's not this bad unless there's people
Because
around.
I'm fucking amazing.
I mean, you are pretty great, but it's a million times worse when
I
there's
love how people
around.
are. The entire world's like,
I am
I don't know.
100% the worst one to live
they're all
with.
like, I don't know how
100%.
Katie lives with James. I'm like,
I don't know how James
please.
puts up with me at all. I really don't.
I mean, honestly,
And for 15 years of marriage and 20 years of being together, like I question it on a daily
This shit's
basis.
recorded now. Everybody knows this. It's not me. It's her.
my husband is a fucking saint.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Even Joe is like nodding from the hallway, like, oh, she's already said if something ever happens, she's picking James. Like, it's cool.
But the only problem is I'm not picking her, so I don't know what's going on.
sucks to suck for you, Joe.
She can hang out with the dumbass dog.
Hey, why don't you go eat some sherbet on Daddy's side of the bed, Joe?
No,
Why not? It's not gonna get crumbs. It's ice cream.
no. It'll get worse. She'll drip it into the bed and it'll get sticky. She asked me earlier. She goes, "Will you go get me some sherbet and a
Yes.
spoon to bring into the bed?"
Her mouth hurts, Daddy. Give her what
She
she
can eat that
wants.
shit in her own bed.
Poor baby.
She's not
Her
eating
bright
sherbet
bed.
in my bed. On
Only,
my side of the bed too.
only there was a thing called laundry detergent.
I know.
It doesn't matter. I don't want sherbet. I don't need it if there's not sherbet spilled on my blanket and my sheets.
Do what you want, Joe.
No, you don't. Because you live in my house and you'll do what I say.
Asmer and James are
Let me know how that
lucky.
works out for you.
It's worked out pretty good for 15 years,
For the most part.
except for that fucking dog.
Little shit
No.
bucket. We love her though.
You're perfect, Millie.
No, I'm not talking
No,
about
not
Millie.
Millie.
I
We
chose
love
Millie.
Millie. Even Robert's like, no prong dog.
It's the
It's the
fucking
little
walking
shit bucket.
intestine that just shits in my house nonstop.
Okay, well, me and Belle were like BFFs while y'all were
Why
gone.
don't you be a
I'm gonna
BFF
tell
at
you
your
what
house?
though. Belle's a great little snuggle
No,
buddy.
I have the equivalent of like 5 dogs in my house in 2 dogs. I'm good.
Uh,
So fun.
And you have a hole in
Anyway.
the wall by your bottom of your stairs.
I do. I bought the patch kit for it. I'm gonna
Nice.
try patching it myself and just painting over it.
I felt so
The
bad.
couch is right here. I can touch it. I'm touching it.
Thankfully, like the hole's not that big.
So here's the
I
backstory.
I should be able to patch
Here's
it.
the backstory.
The
Robert needed a couch.
backstory is
and-
James put a hole in my wall.
James did not put a hole in it. No.
I
Backstory
heard
is
about this.
all right, y'all on mute so I can talk. Backstory is that Robert needed a couch. Megan had a couch. It weighs 7 trillion fucking pounds, and she is
Yep.
not the person who put it upstairs. Movers put it up there. And then it was me and Robert who had to bring it downstairs, which I don't know if you've seen us. We're not movers. And so we get the couch on a dolly somehow.
On
And
a,
this thing,
on a professional, $1,000 dolly that I borrowed from work. That's
And
a
I-
badass dolly.
I can't explain how much it just weighs so fucking much. It's electric recliners in it, so much.
Which I still have never plugged in.
We get it down the stairs, but the problem is it's not just straight downstairs. There is a
He's telling a story and it froze up. I'll let him finish it when he gets back.
My
Here.
God.
talking to the
I
tip.
cannot-
Put the
no.
tip against your mouth.
No.
Just the tip.
There
Just
we
the
go.
tip.
Y'all back now.
It's
Talk
something
into-
wrong because I'm not hearing anything either.
Yes, you are.
Okay,
Fine.
is this better? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, good. So I mean, as Asmer is like whatever about everything. I was standing there watching James and Robert move this couch down. came back to the conversation at the wrong time, Danny. You're just gonna have to use your imagination.
Yeah. Welcome to the podcast, folks.
Haley. She's
All
one of
the
my
time.
Arizona friends. I'm gonna go visit. Anyway, I'm standing there and all of a sudden, like I heard a little thump, but I didn't really realize what had happened.
I saw it and then I was like,
James
oh,
like
fuck.
stands up straight and he gets this look on his face, and I was like, oh, like what
Yeah.
did you do? And he's like, there's definitely not a hole in your wall right now.
I didn't do it. The couch put a hole in the wall.
I thought he was fucking with me at first.
Yeah, I know.
No, there was a hole in the
He
wall.
was not. There is definitely a hole.
His whole
looks like someone-
demeanor will shift when like something's fucked up, and he's
he's
like,
like-
"Shit,
he's like,
I'm
"Oh my
fixing to get in
God."
trouble."
No, it's honestly, it's not that bad. I got a patch kit from Home Depot, so I'm just gonna patch it and do like a paint match.
The one good thing is that Robert's front door allows in like Andre the Giant without him touching sides or the top. So like we were able to just roll right into the.
Yeah,
No,
it's an 8-foot tall door.
we moved that couch just from the media room out into the loft where y'all picked it up, and even that was an absolute bitch.
That bitch is heavy.
I did not lie when I said it was heavy.
It's fucking heavy.
I also did not lie when I said that I would not. If somebody wants it, you have to move it
It
yourself.
lives
I
in
will not
Robert's
be doing
apartment
it.
now. I think it just goes with the apartment.
I want to get rid of our couch in the living room because we've been talking about it for a while, but I just want to put it at the road for anybody who wants it to come get it. And then I want to move our futon downstairs because then I can lay the futon down and I can lay.
I
Yeah,
was
bed
fully
and watch
prepared
TV.
that if
No,
nobody,
sir, what is wrong with you?
What did I say? You could lay on the.
No,
futon.
there's
You shut
so
up
many
right
answers
now.
to that question. But I was fully prepared that if nobody bought this couch for me, that I was just going to list it with the house whenever we decide to sell it. It is your fucking problem now.
So when we went to move the tortoises, we still have to go back and get a couple things. I have one kayak over there, and I'm going to grab every cattle panel that I used in the tortoise yard because those motherfuckers are expensive.
Yeah.
They're like, I buy them at like 16 feet by like 8. I don't know what it is. They're big.
Well, we cut him
And then
in
I
half.
cut them in half. So I'm gonna go get all those. But the tortoise barn can't go anywhere. It belongs to that house. So
Cinder blocked and glued,
whoever
and
buys-
sand.
whoever buys that house
They
gets
got
a
a
nice
bunker.
it's
They
a
got a
nice
little bunker.
doghouse, I guess, because it is all cinder block and yeah, it is all adhesive
We'll
together.
put a
and
sign on it that says during the freeze, it never dropped below 80
it
degrees.
will hold heat. It holds heat.
It held heat great.
That's one thing I didn't unplug or get. I hope that they're not plugged. They're not plugged in, I'm sure, but I didn't get the heaters or anything out of there, which I need to get at some point.
Yeah.
All my heaters are in there.
My only concern is like because I mean we know we're not going to stay in this house forever, but we're also not moving anytime soon. But I'm sitting here thinking like whenever we do list it, I'm like, where the fuck am I going to move the snakes? I'm gonna have to like suck up to somebody, be like, you want to hold on to some snakes for a few weeks?
Yeah.
Because no one's going to buy my house with
With
like
snakes
20,
in
with
it.
20 snakes in my office. Like
Yeah.
Those are rookie numbers. You need to bump those up.
either that or I'm gonna have to.
I got more than 20 snakes in one rack.
I'm gonna have to. Okay, I honestly like. I kind of need some racks. I'm thinking about putting my king snakes in there because they don't fucking use all the space anyway. They hide most of the time. So I'm like, putting you in a nice enclosure is honestly a waste.
Such a waste.
I think I'm just gonna get some nice racks for the king snakes and stick their asses in there. They're ungrateful anyway.
The one good thing I guess it came from when my snake passes that opened up a 4-foot cage and I was able to move one of my boas out of tubs and I forgot how freaking amazing she looks. And now I can see her when I walk in. She is awesome looking. She's gonna make pretty babies. She's the one that I got as a replacement to her brother that was supposed to be.
Oh, yeah,
Her
yeah, yeah.
sister.
The one that was a boy that was supposed to be
It
a
wasn't
girl.
her sister. It was her brother. So she was a replacement for that one. But anyways, all right. Let's. I'm gonna make corn dogs.
I'm starving.
Aw,
I don't want corn dogs.
I'm making corn dogs.
I am gonna go pick up a cottonmouth that somebody has sitting under a box.
Hold it in the middle of the body.
That is what I have been told.
Middle of the
So
body.
I'm
If you do it right,
I'm sure nothing
You got it.
will go wrong. It's fine. I've been doing this for a while now. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So
Just be
Yeah.
very kind and very demure.
and because antivenom's for pussies.
yeah, it's true. Yeah.
So if you get bit, just ride that shit out.
Yeah.
I mean, we know one pussy who went and got antivenom. I don't know why he did
Fuck what you say, Spencer. I'll be
Yeah, he
fine.
got anti-venom and he got dialysis. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah. Haley understands. I just got to control the turn.
it. Yes.
That's right.
If it goes to bite you, just turn it the other way.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I got
Fucking
this.
simple. It's
I don't
fine.
even know why anybody gets bit nowadays. It's, once you know that trick,
Bunch of fucking amateurs.
dumbasses. Anyways, if you're in the Houston area or South Texas area or Central Texas, if you want to come down and visit, it is going to be October
October 12th
12th.
in Iowa Colony,
Colony.
from 10 to 3.
She says Iowa Colony. It's 30 minutes south of Houston. Just
Yes.
it's
If you
basically
know
Houston.
where Pearland is, it's like 10 minutes from Pearland. So
I need to bring my drone this year and get some good shots of
That'd be good.
While everybody's full and everybody's there. We're gonna feed an alligator. So next week we'll be back with someone. I don't have a guest yet, but I have an idea that we're gonna do your book club thing as an episode.
Not next week.
No, not next week.
Okay, good. Because I'm not.
But we'll get
mentally
you
prepared for that.
I guess we can get Megan. And
Yeah,
we
because I'm
get-
a goddamn delight.
we can get Jessica Lee Anderson on here.
This is the most I've laughed all day.
Hey,
I'm not gonna
Katie.
lie. I
Katie,
wrote
show-
lots of office referrals today.
Katie, show Megan the bookmark that I bought you because I also got her one.
Oh, I
definitely
will.
different
I
bed.
will. It's fun.
And maybe we can get Brittany
Present.
Gobble on that episode
Yeah.
since she's written books,
Yeah.
spicy books apparently,
I haven't read any of them. Though. I need
With-
to read some.
with dragon dicks. I actually don't know if there's dragon dicks in it, but I'm just
There's
assuming-
dinosaurs.
dinosaur dicks, whatever. I actually don't know.
Oh, I have friends that we could get on the podcast that have written spicy books. Maybe. I'll have to
Okay,
talk
this
to
has
her.
gone from a
I'll have to
reptile
talk to her.
podcast to now we're going to talk about sex books.
Okay, you're the one who steered the conversation.
Yeah,
this
it's not-
direction.
I
Or dicks,
sent him.
that's-
So I sent him a video. I don't know if it was on Facebook. or
All
whatever.
video?
Well, I don't have it.
7
I do
trillion
actually-
video.
I have TikTok now. I haven't actually opened it and used it for anything, but I downloaded the app because
Oh my
what was
God.
happening is all these people were sending me videos and I haven't been able to watch them anymore because it makes you download the app now. So I
Yeah.
actually finally put TikTok on
I'm
my
gonna
phone,
like
but I haven't done anything
I'm
with
gonna
it.
go ahead and apologize, but I'm not actually sorry at the number of videos that I will be sending you.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
So,
People send me videos all the time,
be
but now I
prepared.
can actually watch them. But I sent him one, and it was like a wife who was listening. So I don't listen to my spicy books in audio form.
No, I
That's just a
I don't
little
either.
strange for
I
me.
can't do it.
But I read them. But this wife was like, "I'm gonna go listen to my book while I clean the other room."
And then her earpods died and she could hear.
And it connected in the and the husband is like freaking out about what she's reading, and I'm like, who cares what you're reading or listening to for that matter?
Well,
like,
and
Yeah.
honestly,
I don't know.
if this is how I feel. If your significant other has an issue with you reading those types of books, I feel like you are doing it wrong because
They should be reaping the benefits of the
so
book.
like this could be a
Oh,
very
I can't say
beneficial
to have
partnership.
sex on the futon, but we can talk about this.
This is. I hate you so much.
Just saying.
It's the late night Reptile Gumbo podcast hour.
It's after certain times.
You can't use
Hey.
that word, James.
Sex or
Yes.
futon?
Yes, they should be grateful.
On the futon? Just throw my head.
Paperclip at your eyeball.
Fuck you.
And I'm gonna stab you with this pencil.
After 8:30, it's 18 and up only.
Anyways, we'll be back next week with somebody. Probably next Tuesday or Wednesday or never, depending on when it comes back. Please feel free to go check out our wish list on Facebook. If we get those
Next week we're not on Wednesday. You're taking me to the theater.
the theatre.
What are y'all
What are
seeing?
you gonna go see?
Peter Pan.
Oh, that sounds so fun.
I'm so excited.
Actually, it's Pan's Peter. It's a strip show.
Stop. No.
You got the wrong tickets.
No.
Okay, but
Now we're going to go see Dicks and
No.
Could
I mean, you
still-
may see that too, but still
could
no.
still be fun. I'm just saying.
I love Peter Pan.
You love who's what?
Stop it.
Anyways, I don't know who this Peter dude is, but
Stop.
so we'll be back next week with somebody. It'll be Tuesday with somebody. I haven't figured it out yet.
When are you putting out Conroe stuff?
At some point too. That could be next week too.
That might be fall break, actually.
That's true.
So we could just take the whole week off.
Yeah.
So that's 2 weeks.
Sweet.
So you need 2 weeks worth of people.
That's a lot of. What are we talking about now?
You need 2 weeks worth
Podcast.
of
Oh,
podcast
okay.
people.
Podcast people. I thought you were talking about trying to fill it with. Anyways, check out Herb's Reptile Shows, Lil Shop of Horrors, VivTech, Cold Blooded Caffeine,
My bad.
all that stuff. Thanks, Megan, I guess, for coming over.
Yeah,
over.
it's gonna be a great event.
We're gonna go feed. Yes, come to her event, not my event. I'm not. I take no ownership of it. That way, if it sucks, it's not my fault. Come out to the event, see us, and then next week after that, come see us at Carpet Fest. I don't take ownership for that one either, but I wish I did because that one's actually really cool. This one's okay, I guess.
And if you want more information on the event, I'm on Facebook under Lone Star Snakes.
Lone Star Snakes, real original with a business name Lone
Okay,
Star.
well, everything else was fucking taken.
Everything else, I could think of a lot.
So many
You're
things
right.
were taken.
The anal side was already taken.
and it,
Couldn't use that one.
well, I need it to be family friendly.
I guess it would be T anal side. We're in Texas.
This is a Wendy's.
Wendy's.
It's a joke.
It wasn't funny, so that's not. Anyways,
That's because you don't get
all right.
it.
Thank y'all for. What the fuck was that?
Sheldon.
Sheldon wants to be part of the
I heard
podcast
him
now.
bark at the door.
Are you being attacked? Do we need to call somebody? Robert, blink twice if you're.
He scared the shit out of me too.
All right.
Millie's been barking at the doorbells on the TV lately, so that's fun.
I'm trying to log out. Thank y'all for listening. We'll be back next week. Good night.